the bold, the brave, the beautiful. They turned their problems into prospects, crying into creation, pain into purposes, trials into triumph. Your show every Saturday, 7 p.m. Central African Time. Tune in and be blessed. Brought to you by Shunem K.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited today that we have come to this show and we are joined today by Sister Sinikiwe Kademaunga. Yes, she represents part of those that are bold, brave, and beautiful. You will be very excited to know why she is like that. You will need to just sit back, relax, and be blessed as you listen to this very beautiful story. This is the show of the bold, the brave, and the beautiful. Sister Nikki, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I feel very honored to be here.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Who is Nikki?
Okay, so Nikki is a young lady who is very passionate about changing people's lives. Sinikiwe is also a social worker. She's a motivational speaker, and she's also a confidence coach. Above all, she's also a social media content creator. I create content around how I live my life as a person with a disability, with the aim of inspiring and motivating people to be their better selves.
Wow. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. This is Nikki for you. Nikki is a very powerful confidence coach, and she is very confident as she is telling her story. How did you come to a place where you are a confidence coach, where you are a social worker, when you are disabled? How did this come about?
Okay, for me, I was raised in a very loving home. I grew up with my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, and she was such a powerful woman. She used to encourage me, and she was someone who never saw my disability, but she just saw any child like everyone else, a child who had like potential, a child who had all the capacity to excel and do great things in life. So my grandmother used to encourage me. She sent me to school. She just used to encourage me that you are beautiful, you can achieve anything that you want in life. So I just grew up with that spirit of telling myself that I'm great, I can achieve anything that I want to achieve. And I never looked down upon myself. So I think those are some of the things that has helped me from my childhood to work hard and to be where I am today. It was just to have that spirit that I'm just like anyone else. I'm not different from anyone. So I can also achieve anything that I want in life.
Wow, 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 wow. That's lovely. The power of a grandma. She didn't, this really means that she invested a lot into who Nikki is today. We couldn't be having this chat if grandma didn't really invest time. I don't know. I'm just wondering what level of education did grandma have?
I think I'm not really sure, but I think according to like those standards back then, I think she went up to Form 2. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess she went up to Form 2. That was the highest level of education.
That was the highest level of education. And I presume she had this other level of education that other people don't have. This is an insight into seeing something that is precious in something that is considered not precious. She had this ability to actually look into you and say, this child is precious. what are the circumstances maybe that surround your birth, if you are comfortable sharing them, and your upbringing besides growing up with a grandma as you are having this disability?
So I was born with a disability, like I've already said. And, you know, like back then, our culture, having a child with a disability was something that was not perceived to be positive. It was a curse from the gods, or it was a punishment from the gods, or the mother had done something and now the gods are punishing her for whatever she did. And that was the same case with my mother. And she struggled a lot in a marriage, up to the point where she almost got divorced. But my grandmother was like, give me this child, let me raise her so that I can save your marriage as well. But I think that it was like an advantage, and it was also a disadvantage to me, because I think an advantage because I was raised by a strong woman, a person that really believed in me. But to a disadvantage, I was separated away from my siblings, from my other family members. The only person that I was really close to was my grandmother. So just growing up away from my siblings, I didn't even know any of my siblings. That was really a challenge for me, because I got to know my siblings. I think later on in life, maybe around 2010, 2011, that's when I got to know my siblings, even my paternal family. So you can imagine how having a disability can rob you from an opportunity just to spend time with your family and get to know your siblings and everyone around you. So it was really a challenge. And even when my grandmother passed away, I struggled to fit in back into my family again, because of how I had grown up only with her, and she was the only person that I was close to. She was the only person that I was really open to be able to share my challenges and also to share what I was really going through as a person. So yeah, that was the challenge or the circumstances around having a disability.
So it is very painful that somebody didn't really actually see a value, to an extent that they thought to dissolve their marriage because they could not see value. But here is another woman who says, no, this man is not seeing value, but I am seeing value. I'm seeing treasure. I'm seeing something that is valuable. I need to bring about this value. I don't know what message you can actually have for people who are families that are having people with the people that are disabled. As they are looking at their children, what is it? What message can you give to them, looking at the fact that somebody said, no, I think I can't stay with a woman who says, I love this child, even if this child is disabled, to an extent that they even went to an extent of even trying to dissolve their marriage, to divorce. So what message do you have?
I think to families with children with disabilities, I would love to say, take care of your children, love them. You never know what tomorrow brings. Just raise them like any other child. Give them the opportunities, give them the resources, give them the love that they need to nurture them to be whatever they want to be in life. There's, I think each and every child is special in their own way, whether a child with a disability or a child without a disability. So just raise your children equally and just love them and give them the opportunities to be great in life.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. So I've heard this cliche that says disability is not inability, and I've seen you do great things on YouTube, and I've been wowed. What things are you able to do? Maybe I've caught you off guard. Maybe we could have prepared beforehand, but what things are you able to do that maybe if there's something that you can actually demonstrate, if there's something that's close by that you can demonstrate, and if it's not there, there's no problem, but things that you are able to do that people may be thinking you don't have the hands, but you only have the arms, but you are able to do certain things. Tell us about those things.
Okay, so like I said, my grandmother raised me in a very normal way. She never raised me in anything special. She just saw a child like any other child. I remember when I was young, I used to do like all the house chores. I used to sweep the house, to clean, like any chore that you might think of that happens like in our African homes. And even when I was young, when my grandmother tell me, maybe Sinikiwe, I want you to do this, I want to do that. And when she comes back and I haven't done those things, she would definitely beat me up.
Yeah.
So I can basically do like everything, like in the house, like sweeping, spreading my bed, cooking, like everything that you might think of. I can't even think of something that I can say I cannot do this from the top of my head right now.
And cooking.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, you can actually cook, prepare sadza.
Yeah, because I can't find them. So this is just how I hold things, like basically everything. This is how I hold everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
So that's exactly how I like do everything.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That's very nice. I think you should do a video where you are actually preparing the porridge first, and I've not seen that one.
I'll definitely do that.
Yes, I'm challenging you to do that video where you prepare the porridge, and I just want to see that. I'm actually basically asking you to do this, not because of a challenge, but I'm actually saying to somebody that's seated out there, you have your hands, you have all your hands, but you have an excuse that I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Here is Nigi. Nigi has no hands, but only arms, and she can basically do everything that you can think about that can be done by any woman that is in a home. Yes, thank you very much. And there is some good news. There is some good news. What is this good news that happened lately? What is that good news that you want to share with us? Let me not break the news, but you have some good news.
Okay. So the good news is I got married last year, October, end of October. That's 31st of October.
Wow.
That was our wedding day. So yeah, we thank God for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That is very great news. I was excited to see you getting married, and that congratulations. And I just want to say thank you very much. And I just want to say to your husband, congratulations to him as well. And I want to consider him, I want to give him a 5-star rating for being the best man in the world, for considering what other people may not have considered as important, and see value in what other people may not have seen as valuable. Maybe let's talk about your education. Let's talk about your education, because somebody is seated out there and they're saying, no, I can't go to school, I can't do this. Let's talk about your education. Tell us about your education.
Okay, so I have a degree in social work. I studied at the University of Cape Town in South Africa. I finished in 2017, so I came back to Zimbabwe when I came back to Zimbabwe, I felt that I wanted more than just social work. So that's when I found this course, which is coaching and mentoring. That's how I fell in love with coaching people and mentoring people to be their better selves. So that's where my motivational speaking journey started. Yeah, so that's my educational background.
Beautiful, beautiful. And when she says, I am a social worker, she is not creating this out of nothing. She is a qualified social worker. She went to school. She sat down in a university and wrote assignments and passed. And she is a social worker. And she is here as a challenge. And she is saying, why not do it? It's doable. Things are possible. If you are willing to do them, they are doable. Here is Nikki, and she has actually managed to really come to this place. And she has actually added another qualification, which really makes her a different motivational speaker. With the heart of a social worker, she is a motivational speaker that really inspires confidence in those that have their confidence levels depleted. And I want to thank you for that. And I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now I am thinking, there are times when you feel as a human being, why? There are times when there are why questions. I don't think you always have this confidence. How do you then pick yourself? If there are those times, how do you then pick yourself up when you are beaten because of the condition that you are in and you feel low, and sometimes there is this negativism that is really being pumped up into your brain, and it's saying you are a nobody. And how do you then rise back to your feet, and do you then get inspired to inspire others when such a thing happens?
Okay, I get those times a lot where I just feel down and I just don't feel like facing the world. But I think one thing that has pushed me, firstly, is the support that I get from people on social media. Like on a random day, I can just open my social media and in my inbox, there's a message from someone just telling me how I inspire them a lot. So for me, that really pushes me. And also just looking back on my life, like the things that I've achieved, all the challenges that I've managed to overcome in the past, for me, it's a sign that I can be able to conquer anything that comes my way. So I think those are the things that really picks me up. And also my spirituality as well, just praying and talking to God has also helped me a lot in those times.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You spoke about your achievements. Maybe somebody may be thinking, Nikki is just a social worker and a motivational speaker. They may not be knowing that you are a high achiever. Let's talk about your accolades. Yes.
Okay. I think my first award was back in 2016 when I won the Courage Award from Zimbabwe International Women's Award. That was my first award ever. When I started my journey of sharing my life story. And then in between, I've won like different a number of awards. But my recent award is this one, which I received from India in 2020.
Wow.
So it's Pioneering Women Leader Award.
Wow.
Which I received for the work that I do of coaching and mentoring people. So yeah.
Wow, wow. Beautiful, beautiful. That's very inspirational. So, Nikki, the moment you think about throwing the ball down, remember, you are being followed. There is somebody that is saying, because of Nikki, I can't. And then when you throw the ball down, when those moments when you are down come, remember, there is someone that really is counting on you. And maybe the one who is interviewing you is counting on you as well. So please, we are counting on you, and you've been an inspiration to a lot of people. You've been a cover to the magazines, and we are saying, here is somebody that is proving that all things are doable. You have turned your problems into prospects. Yes, your trials into triumphs. Yes, you have actually been able to look at your setbacks as your setups, and you were able to say, yes, I may be in a disadvantaged situation, but then you took your disadvantage and you have used it as a tool to be able to minister to those that are in your situation and those that may not be in your situation, because you are ministering to me right now and you are speaking to me right now and you are saying things are doable even if they seem impossible. You are actually a testament that says things are possible, things are doable. Continue pushing. And I am very thankful for that kind of a thing. So you spoke about your coaching. Somebody may be interested in sitting down and being coached by you, and how, maybe just briefly tell us about your coaching business, so that maybe somebody listening to us, somebody watching, may be interested in this coaching business and maybe interested in being taught by you and maybe being inspired, and maybe some organizations that may need to really benefit from your work.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, so for me, I specialize specifically on personal development. So personal development, this is how to better yourself as a person, as a human being, like to make sure that you are okay spiritually, physically, socially, like your being as a person. So I help people to build their self-development and mostly their self-confidence. So people who struggle to love themselves, a lot of women, they really struggle to love themselves, to accept themselves, even to love their bodies and their own skin. So I help them in that. Most of them, it has to do with their past, their circumstances, their life experience. So I help people to look into that and show them a way on how to become a better self, so that they can perform much better and be a happy being. I also do like motivational speaking. Like I said, I get invited to speak at women's events, church meetings, youths, even to encourage youths on how, like, career guidance as well. And even people, someone who's just like, Sneaky, I'm sitting at home, I'm feeling confused, I don't even know where my life is going. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know where the problem is, but I feel that I'm not my best self. I'm there for you. I'm there to help you to reach that goal that you want to reach.
Thank you. Beautiful. There you've heard it, friends. Don't throw in the towel. We have services at our disposal. Nikki is there for you, and she is actually coming from a place a very fertile place. And allow me to say, Nikki, you will pardon me if I didn't say it right. The very environment that you grew up in and the very disability that you have has actually has become, allow me to borrow some words from agriculture, has become the bed upon which this ministry sprouted from, and you are able to say, I understand your concerns because you have been hurt before, you have been bruised before, you have been wounded before. And because of that, you are able to understand somebody that is passing through a very rough patch in life. And also your background as a social worker, this is very important. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Maybe somebody wants to get in touch with you. How can they be able to get in touch with you?
Okay, so across all my social media platforms, I use Sinikiwe Kademaunga. And then I also have like a business line, which is 0712 104 737. 0712 104 737. So it's also on WhatsApp as well. So if you just need me, you can contact me on that number.
Thank you.
And even on my social media, Sinikiwe Kademaunga.
So there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for having me here. I just want to say thank you so much to Pastor Dube for inviting me to speak to you guys and just to open up to you guys and be able to connect with you guys. I just want to say thank you very much. As my closing remarks, I just want to encourage someone that everything that you have ever wanted in your life, everything that you have ever wished for in your life is all in your hands. It's all up to you to work hard. It's all up to you to be intentional about life. You have to be intentional. You have to make intentional decisions for you to change your life. Because life is not always safe. Life is not always friendly or in our favor. I know people will always give excuses. Oh, I'm an orphan, or I'm a single mother, or I come from a poor background, all this and that. We always have an excuse to give whenever we want to take the next step. But I just want to encourage you. For if you have listened to this video, sorry, you've already seen that I had all the reasons to give up on life, but I just chose to say, no, Sinikiwe. The power is in my hands to change my life. The power is in my hands to create the life that I want for myself. And I've done exactly that. So I just want to say thank you so much, guys. I wish you all the best in all your in all your journey in life, in your career, in your social life, in your whatever that you want to change about your life. I wish you all the best. And I just want to say, work hard. The ball is in your hand.
Brought to you by Shunem K.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button.